Hey everyone, how's it going and welcome back to my channel. First off, I want to say a huge sorry for not uploading as frequently as I wanted to, but it has been such a rough February and just a rough majority of January as well that I haven't had the chance or the willpower to upload and to make content. It has been really rough. I have been going through it, guys, okay? So please excuse me for my disappearance for a little while. I apologize. I'm gonna try my best to upload more frequently again, but it's, I'm trying to pick myself back up. And if you want to know more details on what I've been going through, you could either check my community tab on this channel, or you can follow me on X where I go into more detail. I don't say too much, but if you want to know a little bit more about what I've been struggling with, check out those platforms basically. But anyway, today I'm really excited because we are going to be talking about a horror manga that is not by Junji Ito. You all know I am a huge fan of Junji Ito. I can say that. I think I've said that every time I talk about horror in general. So it's not a Junji Ito release, but it is by another horror manga creator. His name is Minetaro Mochizuki, and today we are talking about Hauntress. It's 212 pages in one volume. You don't have to worry about getting multiple volumes for a series. It is just this one volume right here. And today we're going to be talking all about this lovely lady, Hauntress. I'm going to tell you what I like about it and all of that. But before I talk about that, Minetaro Mochizuki is the creator of Dragon Head. Dragon Head is actually getting a physical release, and I know that Kodansha was specifically looking at me when they made that announcement, or when they even made the decision to bring it from digital to print. I know that they were looking at me because they know that I am such a huge fan of Dragon Head, and they were like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna print it just for you. And I'm like, thank you, Kodansha, because I'm going to end up buying it. A lot of manga and a lot of horror manga don't scare me, but Dragon Head makes me super uncomfortable, and I almost want to put it down every time I pick it up. Minetaro Mochizuki managed to make me feel like that. So I was like, I got to check out Hauntress. And let me tell you, Hauntress also has those uncomfortable feelings. It's anxiety inducing. It's, it makes you nervous, it's creepy, it's mysterious, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. In just one volume, I felt many things when I was reading Hauntress. Hauntress is a very interesting release because it's a very simple concept. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. It's a very simple concept. It's about a lady who knocks at somebody's door one day, and Hiroshi is like, what on earth? Who's this person knocking? He looks out, he sees this really tall lady with a trench coat, and she just won't stop. His attempt to help her was not good because now, just like any stalker would, now she's just all over him basically. Like, don't you care about me? I thought you were going to help me. Where are you, Hiroshi? What's going on, Hiroshi? It's one of those stories. Like I said, it's not really an overly complicated concept because we've seen things like this before. It takes a familiar concept and does it really well. It's not reinventing the wheel. You're not getting an original concept exactly. You're not coming up with a brand new story exactly. It's a story about a stalker at the end of the day. A very tall and creepy looking stalker. And honestly, I thought she was going to be like a Kuchisake Onna. I had just finished playing Ghostwire Tokyo maybe like a month or two ago, and they had Kuchisake Onnas who I feel like wore similar outfits. So I was like, oh geez, is this going to be a story about a Kuchisake Onna? And honestly, I'm still unsure. I'm still unsure. Is she real? Is she not? This is this is a story that's going to maybe frustrate some people because it's ambiguous. I love ambiguity. I like not knowing things 100%. I have no problem with that. But some people do have problems with that. They want the answer right in front of their face. They want to know. And there's a mystery to this woman. Is she real? Is she not? Did this actually happen? Is it an urban legend? What is going on? And some of those questions aren't necessarily answered in Hauntress. And that's on purpose. Personally, I have no problem with that. But if you want a clear-cut answer by the end of Hauntress, you probably won't have that. Hauntress is a very, like I said, haunting, anxiety-inducing, nervous read. And if you like that kind of tone, you're going to enjoy Hauntress. You're going to enjoy it if you like familiar concepts, if you like stalking stories, you know, like, oh, I'm just helping this woman and now she's after me. I don't even know who she is. I don't even know what she wants from me. Like, who is she? Like, what's going on? Like I said, takes a familiar concept and does it really, really well. Really, really well. And I love it. I really do. It came out in 1993. Wow, that's really, I did not know it was that old. But, you know, it's a story at the end of the day about a stalker. We don't know her origins. We don't know exactly what's going on. But I don't want to say too much because I would like you to read it if you haven't already. The artwork is not necessarily my favorite artwork, especially when it comes to horror manga. I think Junji Ito is always my favorite because he has such clean lines and everything. I also like Kazuo Ume's because just that old style is something that I really enjoy as well. But so like Minetaro Mochizuki's art has never been particularly my favorite, I guess you could say, but it was good for what it was. And it was, you know, it added to the atmosphere and that feeling like, geez, like, is she going to be there? Is she going to be right there when I look, you know, when he looks out the door? Is she going to, you know, there's a lot of shots where, you know, he's looking out the peephole and like she's just there. And it reminds me of that scene from Evil Dead Rise. So it's like you have this woman being a stalker and hating on girls who's getting Hiroshi's attention, even though they're not even a couple. Like, she's like really delusional. I don't know what's going on in this stalker's head. But honestly, it's a story that I think you'll enjoy if you like that kind of stuff. Just give it a chance. It doesn't have the best artwork. It doesn't have the most original storyline. But personally, it was fun. It was a quick read. And one more thing that I want to mention is that the translation for this was off the charts. I think that's why I really, really liked this volume, you know, just because the language was so well done. Like, honestly, like, you don't realize how much translations have, like, you know, an impact on what you read. But this felt like modern language. It fit the manga. It's not like it was cringy, like, you know, sus. You remember that thing where they put sus in Nagatoro and stuff like that and people were upset? It wasn't like any cringy things like that. But it sounded modern. It sounded fresh. They took something from 1993 and they made it modern, and I love that. So I would like to personally thank Annalise Ogard for their beautiful translation, their excellent translation of Hauntress. Like, you rock, because it made it such a fun read, an engaging read, and it just goes to show you how much a translation matters. 100%. I will always say that if the translation is garbage, like, you're not going to enjoy what you're reading. Translations matter. How they put the words on the paper, how they phrase the language matters. And this volume excels at the translation. I just had to say that. So I'm a fan of Annalise Ogard. Like, anything else that, you know, that they translated, please let me know, because I will read their manga. You know, I will read their, you know, what they worked on, you know, what they've translated, because honestly, I was highly impressed with this translation. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Totally appreciate it. I am so sorry for the delay, like I mentioned before, but I am going to try to pick myself up and upload as frequently as I possibly can. I got this, okay? I got this. Thank you so much for watching. Totally appreciate it. Please like, share, or subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye.